Welcome to Lesson 4.2, Human Body Systems, a crucial part of TEAS science prep. The TEAS exam places heavy emphasis on anatomy and physiology, and this lesson will give you a clear, foundational overview of 10 essential human body systems. We'll break each system down into its main functions and key organs, with simple explanations and memory tips to help you lock in the most testable information. Let's begin with the respiratory system, your body's built-in air supply chain. It plays a vital role in keeping every cell alive by supplying oxygen and getting rid of carbon dioxide. Let's walk through the path that air takes when you breathe. 1. Nose and nasal cavity. When you breathe in, air enters through your nose. The nasal cavity warms, moistens, and filters the air to protect your lungs. Next, air travels down the trachea, a long tube in your throat. Think of it as the highway leading to your lungs. 3. Bronchi or bronchioles. The trachea splits into two bronchi, one for each lung. These bronchi branch out into smaller tubes called bronchioles, like branches of a tree. They help carry air deeper into the lungs. 4. Lungs. Your lungs are the main organs of this system. They fill with air when you inhale and shrink when you exhale. 5. Alveoli or tiny air sacs. Finally, air reaches the alveoli, tiny balloon-like sacs at the ends of the bronchioles. This is where the magic happens, gas exchange. Oxygen passes into the blood through capillaries that wrap around the alveoli, and carbon dioxide leaves the blood to be exhaled. TEAS tip: make sure you know this. Oxygen enters the blood at the alveoli. Carbon dioxide exits the blood the same way. This gas exchange is essential for keeping every organ functioning, especially the brain and heart. So when you breathe in, you're not just filling your lungs, you're fueling your body. Understanding this system will help you on the TEAS and in any future healthcare role. Next, let's look at the circulatory system, your body's built-in delivery network. Its job is to move oxygen, nutrients, hormones, and waste products to and from every cell in the body. This system is powered by the heart, and it travels through a vast network of blood vessels, using blood as the transport vehicle. Here are the key organs. 1. Heart, 4 chambers. The heart is a strong, muscular organ with 4 chambers, 2 atria on top and 2 ventricles on the bottom. It acts as a pump, pushing blood throughout the body. The right side pumps blood to the lungs to pick up oxygen. The left side pumps oxygen-rich blood to the rest of the body. 2. Blood vessels, arteries, veins, capillaries. There are 3 types of blood vessels, and each has a specific role. Arteries carry blood away from the heart. This blood is usually rich in oxygen. Veins carry blood back to the heart, usually carrying carbon dioxide and waste. Capillaries are tiny, thin-walled vessels where the actual exchange of gases, nutrients, and waste takes place between blood and tissues. TEAS tip. 3. Blood. Blood is more than just a red liquid. It contains red blood cells that carry oxygen, white blood cells, fights infection, platelets, helps with clotting. Plasma is the liquid that carries everything else. Each part plays a vital role in keeping your body nourished and protected. The circulatory system is constantly working behind the scenes, delivering oxygen and nutrients where they're needed and carrying away waste. For the TEAS, focus on the path blood takes, the role of arteries versus veins, and the major components of blood. Now let's look at the digestive system, which breaks down food, absorbs nutrients, and gets rid of solid waste. First, digestion begins in the mouth, where food is chewed and mixed with saliva. Then, it moves through the esophagus to the stomach, where it's broken down further by acid. Next, the small intestine absorbs nutrients into the bloodstream. After that, the large intestine absorbs water and forms solid waste. Supporting organs include the liver, which makes bile to help digest fats, the gallbladder, which stores that bile, and the pancreas, which releases enzymes to break down food. On the TEAS, remember, most nutrient absorption happens in the small intestine, and bile is made in the liver, but stored in the gallbladder. Now let's go over the nervous system, the control center of your body. Its job is to send electrical signals between the brain, spinal cord, and the rest of the body. The brain processes information and makes decisions. The spinal cord carries those messages back and forth, and the nerves branch out everywhere else, letting you move, react, and feel. For the TEAS, remember, the central nervous system includes the brain and spinal cord. The peripheral nervous system includes all the nerves branching out from there. Next is the endocrine system, which controls body functions using hormones, your body's chemical messengers. The pituitary gland is called the master gland because it signals other glands when to release hormones. The thyroid and parathyroid control metabolism and calcium levels. Adrenal glands help you respond to stress. The pancreas produces insulin to control blood sugar, and the ovaries or testes regulate reproductive hormones. Here's a key TEAS tip. The endocrine system works slowly, but its effects last longer, unlike the nervous system, which acts quickly and briefly. Let's move on to the urinary system, also called the excretory system. Its job is to remove waste from the body and balance water and electrolytes. Both are critical in healthcare. Here are the key organs. The kidneys are the main filters. Inside each kidney are millions of nephrons, tiny structures that filter the blood. Next, urine travels down the ureters into the bladder where it's stored. Finally, it exits the body through the urethra. For the TEAS, remember, nephrons equals the functional units that clean the blood, and the urinary system helps maintain fluid and chemical balance in the body. Now let's take a closer look at the skeletal system, the body's structural framework. Its main functions are to provide support, protect vital organs, and produce blood cells. Adults have 206 bones, and they don't just provide structure, they also store minerals like calcium and phosphorus, which are important for muscle and nerve function. These bones are connected by joints, which allow movement. Cartilage cushions the joints, reducing friction and protecting bone surfaces. Inside the bones is bone marrow. Red marrow makes blood cells, and yellow marrow stores fat. Tip: the skeletal system stores calcium and houses the red marrow for blood cell production. Now let's take a closer look at the muscular system, the body's engine for movement and heat. Its main jobs are to allow movement, maintain posture, and generate body heat. There are 3 types of muscles. Skeletal muscle is voluntary, you control it. It attaches to bones and moves your body. Smooth muscle is involuntary and found in internal organs, like your intestines and blood vessels. Cardiac muscle is only found in the heart and contracts automatically to keep blood pumping. Here's your TEAS tip. Skeletal muscles work in pairs. While one contracts, the other relaxes. Now let's explore the immune and lymphatic system, the body's built-in defense team. Its main role is to protect you from infections and keep your body's fluid levels balanced. Lymph nodes filter out harmful substances like bacteria and viruses. The spleen removes old blood cells and helps fight germs. The thymus is where T cells, a type of white blood cell, mature. White blood cells are your frontline fighters. They identify and destroy pathogens. And lymph vessels move fluid called lymph throughout the body, returning it to the bloodstream. Here's your TEAS tip. The lymphatic system filters pathogens and helps maintain fluid balance by returning excess fluid to the bloodstream. Finally, let's take a look at the integumentary system, your body's first line of defense. This system includes the skin, hair, nails, and glands. The skin, which is the largest organ, protects the body from physical damage and harmful microbes. Hair and nails offer additional protection and support sensory functions. Sweat glands help regulate temperature, while oil glands keep the skin from drying out. Here's your TEAS tip. The skin also plays an immune role. It's a physical barrier that keeps out pathogens. Now let's take a quick look at how the body's systems work together, because no system functions in isolation. For example, the respiratory and circulatory systems team up to deliver oxygen to tissues and remove carbon dioxide. The lungs bring in the oxygen, and the heart pumps it throughout the body. Another key partnership is between the nervous and muscular systems. The brain sends signals through nerves, which tell your muscles when and how to move. On the TEAS, you may be asked to apply this knowledge, like figuring out what happens when a system is injured or how multiple systems respond during exercise. So always think in terms of connection, not isolation.